Alright, so I'm heading to I have a full day today. I've got 3 in-person clients and then I've got a Zoom session later this afternoon. It's early morning, Sunday, not that early, but it's almost 9. We're going to go to a park, work on, he's a puppy, well now he's older, now he's about 10 months, and we're going to work on just some off-leash recall. I'm going to introduce the remote collar, the electronic collar today. I will use those in certain circumstances where I think the dog is ready, or it could be helpful to improve their training or get through to them where other tools were not being as effective. I won't use one right away. I need an owner to understand basic concepts of consistency, timing, just communicating properly, like not just saying things willy-nilly, because you'll confuse your dog. It's not even a pain thing. I mean, if you use these e-collars, you'd be very surprised that they use like, oh, I don't even feel it, but my dog's responding. It's not so much that, it's just you're going to confuse them. You're going to get them not knowing what's expected. You're not going to make a clear black and white, association, because your timing is going to be off. You're going to be saying things out of emotion instead of pragmatism. So that's my take on e-collars. Anyway, we're going to introduce e-collars, right? Brett's go off on a sidebar for just telling what's going on. Then I got another dog. He's another puppy. We're just working on some loose ends. The owner's still struggling with some leadership issues from what they're telling me. It's just the dog is not getting the consistency or the right energy. The guy's a nice, sweet guy, but the dogs can walk all over him, and we got to work on that a bit. And then I've got a new client. I don't quite know the circumstance. I got to go check my notes. And then I've got a new Zoom client. So I've got 2 new clients actually today, a new in-person and a new Zoom client tonight. So that's my day. Just plugging away, trying to make these videos, trying to share, be as genuine and just talk the way I normally talk. I know a lot of these people on YouTube, they're like overly edited. They're like, there's this one guy, I thought, oh, it's interesting. I was looking at like traveling to Southeast Asia, see what it's like, and he goes in all these spots, and there's like, even like I found them because there's this in Phuket, Thailand, there's a street, it's like fitness street, and I'm hardly the fittest guy, but I want to get more fit, and it's like you can go there and it's like everything is geared to that. Gyms, Muay Thai, restaurants are all about like macros and proteins, and it's kind of cool. It'd be intense, and I'd be like the least healthy person there, but anyway, I found that on YouTube, and I go on, and I'm like, okay, he's like a younger British guy, he's kind of, but then I see his thumbnails, he's like, everything's all, I just can't. You're a fraud. You're not being you. You're not, because you're not like that. I know you can't maintain that, and that's okay for acting. I did that for the Untrainables a little bit. I wasn't fully myself. I was kind of, but there was like a little bit of a script and a way that I had to carry myself for the producers. But when you have a YouTube channel, it's your call, and I think I'm going to just try to talk as natural as I can talking to a camera. And this is another side thing. I thank people who are listening, because I am kind of a loner. I watch a lot of YouTubers who are kind of guys my age who realize what life and society is about, and they kind of keep to themselves more, and and I talk about that, and I don't always talk about humans in the most favorable light, based on me existing for 51 years and me training dogs and seeing that humans are the direct reason why dogs have issues. And when you try to tell them what the direct reason is to stop having those issues, they still want to kick, scream, and resist and argue and not follow through. And so when you see that, you kind of understand that people can be kind of funny. A friend of mine, Tommy Klum, if you look up Tom Klum, he's well known in the archery community. He used to give me archery lessons. He used to coach me, and I've had this kind of take, and this is probably like 8 years ago or something. I remember him saying, my father Brett used to say to me when I was younger, Tom, people are funny. And it means everything I'm saying, but it's such an easier way to cope with it when you just, like, for my own sake, when I say, oh, people are just funny, it's like, a person, a fucking narcissistic piece of shit asshole who's thinking about nothing but themselves no matter what goes down in their wake of destruction. But saying that they're funny can help me cope with it better, right? So yeah, people are funny, that's for sure. So that's your update, that's your little take on things. Again, thank you for watching the channel. I don't do edits. I'm gonna just do what I do. Maybe a few edits, but just if I have to cut something out, but like not real, like like I'm talking about that guy. It's like everything's flash and everything's sensationalized. He's doing things for the attention. It's not like genuine. That's I try to be full genuine. It's like I can't imagine any other way, especially when you're dealing with dogs. Okay, thank you.